When Ninjago Legacy was revealed for 2019, it was a really exciting day in the Ninjago community. Because unlike other LEGO themes such as Star Wars or Marvel, Ninjago had never really gone back and remade things that had already been made. However, this wasn't entirely true, because this did happen once before, in 2016. Now, I'm not talking about the Day of the Departed wave. Some people could consider this a predecessor to Legacy, and I would agree it is a predecessor, but it was not the same thing as Legacy. Because despite bringing back old villains and one old vehicle, it was still new for that year. It was based on the Day of the Departed special, not the original seasons that the builds and villains were from. But also in 2016, there was two sets that were sort of out of place with everything else. I'll be making videos about both of these sets on this channel in the coming weeks, but today we're going to be taking a look at one of them. And this is the one that, to me at least, seems like it was the inspiration for what Ninjago Legacy became. And that is the LEGO Juniors Snake Showdown. Now, as you just heard, the Snake Showdown was a part of the LEGO Juniors theme. For those who weren't collecting back then, the Juniors theme was the predecessor to LEGO 4+. And nowadays, while 4+ sets are just a part of the normal wave, Juniors was considered its own theme. And while Juniors would still have Ninjago sets or Star Wars sets, it was all part of the Juniors line. But as such, the first few Ninjago Junior sets didn't really correlate to the current wave, and that's how we got the Snake Showdown, which was essentially two other Ninjago sets remade, but in a much more simple way for children. So here's the first build in the set, which was this little car for Kai. And even though it was never explicitly stated in the set description on the box or anywhere, this is very clearly supposed to be a remake of the X1 Ninja Charger from 2 years prior. It's got all the aesthetics such as the flames at the front, this black bar out the back, and the exhaust coming out back here as well, but obviously it's reduced down to a much smaller scale to make it easy for young kids to build. It's very cute and it's fun to roll around, and the piece of the front is printed, which is genuinely very awesome, but there's really not too much else to say about it. Just like modern day 4+ sets, the entire body of the car is one part, and in fact I think they still use this exact same part to this day. And you can see I've got Kai sitting in the vehicle right now, but you can remove him, and you can see there's just the one seat for him. The Kai minifigure in this set's really interesting, unlike with Legacy where they designed all new suits. For these sets it was just the rebooted suits with the ZX masks. Now this was kind of cool to see because it had been 2 years since rebooted and 3 years since the final battle, which was the last time these masks were used. So it's nice to see LEGO providing a new way to get them, but that does make for a very strange looking minifigure. No leg printing is unfortunate, and then you can see there's the back of the rebooted suit. Still just that same standard face print on Kai, but I guess it does a good job of representing what this set's meant to be, because it is a remake of a rebooted set and a Season 1 set, which is where these suits are from. So even though Kai never fought the snakes in the X1 Ninja Charger, I don't know, the suit helps it make sense in a very non-canon way. But yeah, he is pretty much just a mashup of parts. Then the other vehicle in the set, once again, is not explicitly stated to be this, but is very clearly designed to be a much smaller scale Lasha's bite cycle. I say this because it's a snake-themed motorcycle, and Lasha is the one riding it. And once again, it's another printed part. I wish there was a little bit going on the side here, but the printed snake face at the front is pretty cool, though maybe a little bit uncanny. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Got some fire exhaust coming out the back, and other than that, it is just a standard LEGO motorcycle. You're able to roll it across the ground. Oh, or it can fall over like that. Removing Lasha, you can see there's the seat for the minifigure to sit, and taking a look at Lasha up a little bit closer, this guy easily is the most interesting part of this set. So this is a completely non-canon Lasha suit, and unlike the Legacy sets where they completely redesigned him, they kept his facial features and everything the same. They actually gave him an all-new facial expression, so you have two expressions for Lasha now if you have this one and the original, but they just changed the clothing that's on him. He has like this dark orange armor, and it kind of puts him in line with the Sky Pirates, which came out in the same wave, so maybe the intention was kids could get this set and get Skybound sets and imagine he's one of the pirates. But regardless, it's just cool to have an alternate variant of Lasha, and I much prefer this approach to the approach Legacy took. Because Legacy Lasha is incredibly uncanny. I'm really not the biggest fan of that redesign, but this guy stays true to the original while also doing something new with it. He's got the same exact head crest that the original had, and unfortunately still no alternate face, but a pretty great back torso print as well. But yeah, the non-canon exclusive Lasha is genuinely fantastic. Just such a cool figure to have in my collection, and it's strange that this ever existed at all, but I'm really glad it does. And then the final build in this says this little ramp, and the idea with this is you're supposed to have both characters jump over the fire, so you'd have Lasha's bite cycle roll up here and fly over it. Same thing with the X1 Ninja Charger. You can see there's these fire pieces loose in here, and I guess the idea is you want to jump over the fire and not hit it, but they're on these rounded bases so they can move around a bit and be knocked out if you want. Behind there's this brick wall, and this holds the Venomari snake staff, at least kinda. The Venomari symbol has been replaced by a green jewel, which I guess works well enough because the Venomari printed piece was not in production anymore. But yeah, that's definitely not perfect. Genuinely very cool printed part of the base. It's like this cracked stone, there's lava coming through. I really like that. And then that's about all there is to the build. So this set retailed for $14.99 back in 2016, and I feel like it's one a lot of people forget about, but it's genuinely really cool that it exists. I kinda wish Ninjago 4 Plus was more like this nowadays, because I don't know, exclusive villain figures, that's kind of awesome. But as I said, this is one of 2 junior sets released in 2016, and the other one is arguably even more interesting. If you know the set, you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, stay tuned to the channel, I'll be reviewing it in the next few weeks. I actually plan to review that one first, but I had some issues with the Brickworks store I bought it from, so now I'm looking into getting another copy. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys thought of the Snake Showdown in the comments below, and let me know what you thought of this format of review, where it's not as much of a direct review and more of a story with a review. But as of this video, I think that's about going to do it. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!